Good morning, students, and welcome to another online physical science classroom of St. Michael's Academy. Today, I am going to start a new chapter, that is water. In my previous slide, I told you about electrolysis. Actually, electrolysis was a part of this chapter. So, let's start the chapter water. So, all of you know water is called elixir of life. I am discussing that point only first. Water is a substance which is composed of the chemical elements hydrogen and oxygen and existing in gaseous, liquid and solid states. I'm explaining this sentence. First of all, you know the formula of water, that is H2O. That means two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen forms a molecule, one molecule of water. So water is a substance which is composed of the chemical elements hydrogen and oxygen and existing in gaseous. That means water has three states actually. Its solid state is ice, liquid state obviously water itself, and the gaseous state is vapor. It is one of the most plentiful and essential of compounds. A tasteless and odorless liquid at room temperature, it has the important ability to dissolve many other substances. So now you can see in the diagram, see the one drop of water or the full water. Whatever it is, but water is called elixir of life. Why? Water is quietly, aptly called elixir of life. 71% of Earth is covered in water, hence the name Blue Planet. That's why Earth is called Blue Planet, because 71% of Earth is filled with water. And up to 60% of human body is made up of water. Most importantly, it is used by all terrestrial animals to drink in order to provide essential minerals for the body's nourishment. Obviously, this is a drinking purpose. Generally, the main use of water is drinking purpose, but other than that, you know the other uses of water for washing our clothes or for bathing in any and in any other, in laboratory or in many other purposes water can be used. So that you can say water is elixir of life. That means without water, our life will be generally stopped. Water is a chemical compound. After the discovery of hydrogen and oxygen, English scientist Cavendish showed that by the chemical combination of hydrogen and oxygen, water is formed. So water is not an element, water is a chemical compound. Other than that, you can say that water is not an element and water is not a mixture. It's a compound, chemical compound. Because in the molecule of water, that is H2O, hydrogen, no properties of hydrogen can be present and no properties of oxygen can be present. That means the properties of water is not similar with the properties of hydrogen or oxygen. That's why you can say that water is a compound. The components of water are the two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. The experiment of Cavendish regarding the synthesis of water was as follows. This experiment in your syllabus, and this is very important experiment. Scientist Cavendish has done these experiments. What he has done actually, he filled two volumes of dry hydrogen and one volume of dry oxygen. Dry word is mandatory. Into a bulb made of a hard glass by opening the stopcock. You can see this. This is the bulb that they are talking about. Okay. Here only he has taken two parts of or two volumes of dry hydrogen. Along with it, he has taken two parts of dry oxygen. With the help of the two platinum wires inserted into a cork on the upper side of the bulb, he made an electric spark in the gas mixture or gaseous mixture. These are the platinum wire. You can see this one and this one are the platinum wire. and with the help of two platinum wires inserted into a cork. This is the cork. This is the cork. Platinum wires are inserted into it. Okay. So he has done the electric spark in the gas mixture or gaseous mixture here. As soon as the sparking was made, the reaction occurs and water drops were found to condense on the inner wall of the bulb. So as soon as the reaction has been done, you can see the water droplets actually here, the inner wall of the bulb. Follow my leisure, you will understand. After cooling the bulb, it was found that no gas remained in the bulb. Further, the properties of the product water and that of pure water were same. That means it is a chemical compound. Okay, hope so you have understood. I have tallied your statement with this diagram also. If you have not understood, you know what to do. Jot down the points and ask me in your online class or Zoom class. That means live class. So thank you students and have a nice day.